What's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a great Wednesday so far. It's Jay here, and let's get into another day trading recap. So today I was able to finish green. I'm very blessed to be able to now be green on the week because I did have a small red day yesterday, and today I was up a total of around $123 if you add up the totals for SQs and TQs. So once again, I was just trading the NASDAQ like I have continuously only been doing, and our Tesla position, we were down $8 on it, not the end of the world. We were actually pretty green on it because the market rallied, but it ended up selling off, as I'll show you like yesterday. So, yep, there you go. We're in the red on that, but our account is still green overall on the day, so I'm very blessed for that. And yeah, I just want to talk about my thought process and just what went wrong today and what I ended up doing good that allowed me to end green on the day. So, as you can see, just looking at my filled orders at 32 orders, that's more on the heavier side for me in terms of the amount of trades I took. I did take a lot of trades today, but fortunately for me, I was able to make sure that my losses were more managed. And if I were to show you guys the winners versus losses, or if you guys can just see where I bought and sold, I was wrong. I'd say like almost a 3 or 4 to 1 ratio today in terms of every time I was right. For every time I was right, I was wrong like 3 to 4 times on top of that, but I was still able to come out very green because of my strategy and how I'm able to manage risk when I'm wrong because I only get in with a quarter of my position size, and when it does start going my way, I make sure to fully average up, and that way I'm able to make back the majority of my money so much quicker. So yeah, I want to talk through kind of what happened in the morning and the direction I started heading on the day. So just like yesterday, the Nasdaq had almost the exact same play today, literally almost identical. If we go back and look at it, that's how it looked yesterday. Right when the market opened up, it shot up between the middle view up and top view up, and it kept just rallying on the day and ultimately ended up selling off again, right? In the after hours, as you can see, it sold off. Market opened and did the exact same move. Kind of right around this area at 6:30, it started picking up, but the only difference between today and yesterday is yesterday was a much cleaner move up, right? As you can see here, when the market opened up, there was like all green candles. There was like hardly any red. It just straight shot up very fast, right? There was no resistance or anything. And today, where I ended up losing a little bit of money and making some mistakes was thinking it was gonna happen again that smoothly, kind of. Like, in hindsight, it's easy to look back on this and see it was a very similar pattern, but this one was unlike the one I just showed you because it's not all green bars, right? There's a lot of resistance right here. It came up, shot all the way back down, came up, shot back down, came up, shot back down, right? It's definitely a lot more choppy, and I was a lot more unsure of what could play out today, which is why I once again started the day off losing around $50 to $60 because my first play was actually a TQ's play, but it was right around, I think, 6:34 in the morning, if I can double check. Yeah, at 6:34 in the morning, I tried getting to TQs, that's right around here, and I ended up getting stopped out because it fell aggressively, broke below the EMA, and I wanted to do my part in managing risk, so I sold out for around like $12, $15 loss. Pushed up, I tried getting into SQs now, thinking it was very resistant, right? It kept wanting to fall hard. But ultimately, it just kept pushing, and I did end up getting stopped out a few times here and there, trying to predict the wrong side of the pattern. But I did learn from my mistake yesterday in terms of I told myself that I should have been going with the flow, right? Until the market decides to change direction on the day. And going with the flow, I decided to do that today and actually implement it, unlike yesterday, because of just how it makes sense, right? You want to invest in things that are going in your favor. And this thing was being choppy, but overall the direction was still uptrending. It was falling, but it was still making higher highs kind of right around these areas. So I did my part in looking at TQs. Even around these levels, I started trading TQs and fully averaging up because I'm just going with the direction on a day. And the last trade I took on TQs was like somewhere up here at the top. I sold for a profit. And if you look at the bigger time frame, why did I end up selling out of TQs and then looking for a potential SQs play, I'm just following the patterns that these charts are showing me, right? Yesterday, when the market came up to around these levels, it's no surprise that there's a resistance around this area, right? Which led it to start selling off on the day. And this morning, we end up hitting that same general price point, and what a shocker, right? Not really, but it ended up hitting hitting the top view up and selling off just like it did yesterday, almost in the exact same area. So I knew around these areas you don't really want to be holding for TQs. It just doesn't make sense to based off of the previous patterns, right? Here's a 10-day. Anywhere around these levels, NQ tends to hit a hard resistance and start falling off, selling off on the day. So I did my part in locking in for TQs when I thought TQs was looking more overbought. And I did end up making a little more money on the SQs play. I was right on the day on SQs and ended up making some money back because I looked at the patterns and realized there was a potential resistance right around here. And on top of that, there was big red candles signaling to me that people were also watching out for that resistance. And a big sell-off like that can indicate to you that it's definitely trying to validate that resistance, which is why I looked to get into SQs play and average up and sell for a profit. I don't exactly remember where my last SQ's play was at 8:15, so that's right around here. Right around this area I sold. I didn't write the whole thing down. But yeah, I was very happy with the profit I was at for today. I was able to make back a lot of my money and more on top of that. And the big takeaway I would give with you guys is trading stocks is something if you want to get better at, you definitely need to put in the hours to look at the charts and stuff like that, kind of start identifying patterns. But on top of that, it's also very important to be able to just realize how to execute trades, right? A lot of you might always just hear me kind of say the same repetitive things, and I realize it does sound repetitive, but it's just the simple things that kind of people tend to overcomplicate, right? It's trading. You should have a very simple strategy where you can tell me where you're gonna buy in and sell if it goes south or sell for a profit, and you have to realize that the risk reward ratio just makes sense. That if the trade goes your way, there's just more space that you could have made money versus say if it went south and you fully averaged up, you're only giving up say this much versus if it went your way and it goes up, you're making at least double that, if not triple or something like that. That's just a way I found myself to be able to recently been a lot more green, and I'm just very excited with the way my training's been headed, and I really hope that you guys have been killing it as well. So yep, that's just it. Another day training recap. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate the views me and my brother do. And if you all learned something, we'd appreciate a like and subscribe for the video. And please leave any comments if you guys have any questions. We'd love to answer them. And there you go, guys. Another day training recap. Thank you guys all so much and have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.